The Nuggets are not holding anything back in the wardrobe department as they made their entrance tonight, hoping to make an impression on their home floor. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The beautiful skyline of Denver, Colorado is our backdrop tonight. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And the upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. On Friday, they'll be facing off against DeMarcus Cousins and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Sunday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
We all witnessed the Nuggets making a big leap last season. Coach Mike Malone said, when you miss the playoffs 2 years in a row and your defense is bottom 5, something's got to give. Our guys deserve all the credit. We didn't come up with a grand master plan. We do what we do, but harder, better, and for longer stretches. Kevin?
Just putting in the extra work. All right, thanks, David. And early in the season, Clark, rotations getting settled. How important do you think it is to have players who really embrace their roles on that team?
You know, I think it's a combination of accepting and embracing your roles, really relishing what it is you're to do and to star in what your particular role is, and finding that out oftentimes is a work in progress even throughout the season.
And probably managing maybe some disappointment if you aren't in the role you thought you were going to be in.
Well said. Exactly right.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Jalen Brunson out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Powell in at the center. And for the Nuggets, the backcourt is Murray and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Grant in at the small forward position. Porzingis finds Doncic. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
And Denver has possession. Here's Millsap. Porzingis with the block. Doncic outside. And Grant sends it back. They recover it. Here's Porzingis. Denver grabs the miss. It's deflected. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. First quarter, just over a minute played. Murray, no good.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Got that one up quick. Porzingis has got his second basket of the game.
Really easy to understand why many are high on Porzingis. This guy is a terrific offensive player.
Now, here's Jokic. Tight defense on him. Good.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. To the inside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Boy, Hardaway Jr. is a competitor now, showing you some real toughness. He's not going to give you an inch. He's going to fight you to the finish.
Now, here's Jokic. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
Now here is Hardaway. Following the miss by Paul Millsap. Yes, that goes in.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Here's Hardaway. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Harris outside. Passes it to Jokic. And he gets it to go.
Jokic has the ability to score from just about anywhere, but he's most dangerous inside. Tremendous skill in the painted area.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Brunson. Good defense by Jokic.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Here's Grant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And you see Jeremy Grant on this team, he means so much more than just his stats.
He's a fantastic glue guy, and his teammates talk about how unselfish he is on the floor. Great team player and an even better chemistry guy off the court.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Grant.
Boy, a big summer for the Mavs here in 2019. Huge cap room. They were looking to stock up on veteran talent while Doncic was still on that rookie contract. Pretty solid position for the Mavericks.
That one misses. You talk about the aggressive summer for the Mavericks. The max extension for Porzingis was a given.
Yeah, I agree. And you take a look at what else they needed. More shooting. Two-way veteran players if they're going to make a push for the playoffs.
Now Murray following the Porzingis miss from deep. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
Brunson, no good. The Nuggets trail by 5. Harris dishes to Murray. Inside. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Murray. And it's 6 points for Jokic.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Dallas, no good that time either. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Here's Grant. It's deflected.
Like seeing Powell flex his muscle on the defensive end. Really good at timing his jump to block the shots.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Dallas again missing. Grant down low. Brunson covering for 3. Harris hits it from 3-point range. And it's all knotted up.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
And here is Doncic. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Kicks to Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Brunson. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. And the layup is good.
And Grant really embraces contact, relishes it, as a matter of fact. He has no fear going to the rim or going into a shot.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
The Mavericks trailing. Brunson scanning the floor. Porzingis against Millsap. Porzingis finds Doncic. Back to Porzingis from downtown. The shot off that time, and it's Denver the other way. And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
Here's Doncic following the score by Jamal Murray. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Brunson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Porzingis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Porzingis has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by the Nuggets.
Stolen by Brunson. And the pass to Powell. Hardaway with it. Pass to Porzingis. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Will Barton, he's checked in for Gary Harris. And then for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Seth Curry comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's DeLon Wright in for Jalen Brunson. Bounce pass, Porzingis. Here's Wright, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Clark, we're seeing a lot of shooters drawing contact. They have that art form down. They know exactly what to do and how to position their bodies, don't they?
Yeah, they really do, Kevin. And I don't know if anybody's any better than James Harden. In part because he's so skilled with the ball, but he's a really thick, strong, agile guard, which makes him hard to defend without fouling him. And he's really developed that ability to seek contact in a legal manner. And I don't think anybody does it any better than him.
No good on the free throw.
And you look at how the Nuggets have become the team they are. A lot has to do with player development.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Denver has done a great job in the draft. Identify talent, stick to your guns in choosing that talent, then build it, develop it. Their front office has been fantastic.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Plumlee, he's checked in for Millsap. Michael Porter comes in for Jeremy Grant. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Nuggets have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Morris passes to Porter. Wright against Morris. Rejected by Marjanovic. Jokic with the bucket.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. They're really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Now here's Wright. Now here's Marjanovic. Here's Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Whoops, they pick off the pass.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks in their last game, a loss to the Trailblazers. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Porter with the steal, and Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
And the Mavericks call time here. And going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
In this game, just the first of 4 meetings between these two. They'll get quite familiar with each other by season's end.
You know what, guys? I don't know. I get the feeling that this could be an interesting matchup this season. This first game will tell us a lot.
And here are the numbers for Wright. Last season's performance for him averaged 8 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
Now here's Curry. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Doncic. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Taking exactly what the defense gives him, Doncic exploiting whatever he sees out there. Does a nice job seeing the game.
Morris passes to Plumlee. That's good from Porter on the assist from Plumlee. Porter's got his second basket of the night.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Doncic with it. He dishes it to Wright. Back to Doncic. 4 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Marjanovic, no good.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Morris finds Barton. No good that time. And it's Dallas the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Here is Porter following the score by Dallas. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. No good on the 3. Pass break. Here we go. Here's Curry. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Porter. A lot of guys like to shoot off the dribble, but Clark, there are some that really are better at it, shooting off that catch in the NBA.
Yeah, and who do you have in mind, Kevin? I got a couple of names that I'm thinking about. What about you?
Well, I'm thinking Klay Thompson because that backcourt is so prolific, and he's been so great at that. And that's kind of been his trademark.
Yeah, it has been. Reddick would be another guy.
Yes, another good
that
one.
I think that would come to mind. And even though he's later in his career now, but Kyle Korver, one of the very best we've had in the league at shooting off the catch.
Malik Beasley, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And both free throws good for Curry.
You know, guys, the Dallas Mavericks with the longest active sellout streak of any pro basketball team. You can put sellout in quotes because they actually give a lot of tickets away to schools and community service groups to make sure that building is full.
Plumlee with the steal. The Nuggets have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. Free throw drops in for Beasley. You know, Clark, the Mavericks making their games accessible to Dallas fans, much more concerned with the packed house than the revenue at the gate.
Yeah, and I like that philosophy, guys. I mean, building their future fan base. Those fans will be around for a while. Giving young people a chance to become Mavericks fans for life. And you start early, and it pays dividends down the road usually.
Now here's Curry. Barton with some nice D. Now Morris. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. He grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
Well, the Nuggets were a surprise team to many last year, but they look poised to be good for a long time.
I could not agree with you more. They were the youngest team in the Western Conference, guys, in terms of the playoffs, and they've got a solid salary cap situation. This could be the start of a golden age for the Nuggets, pun intended, making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
Doncic outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Doncic has got 6.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Now here's Barton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Right. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Porter.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
He misses the free throw.
And the Nuggets, a very strong rebounding team.
Yeah, you know, not just on defense, but on offense as well. First in the league in second chance points. Have a lot of players that are active on the offensive glass.
And he's good on the second.
And the Mavericks seem to have done the hard part, acquiring a potential franchise player in Luka Doncic.
And you know, guys, we've seen it, but in this league, 1 star isn't enough. That's why I think the trade for Porzingis was a good gamble. If he can stay healthy, they have an inside-outside star combo to build on.
Now here's Wright after the miss from Mason Plumlee. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Porter. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple. First one falls for him. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Denver in the lead and pushing it up. Here's Denver. Good work there as it goes.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's Doncic to the left wing. Barea with a wide open look. Dallas no good that time either. Nikola Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Right back after this break. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love. Like that is the thing I play like when I know 4, 6, 7 years old. I don't know. Like basketball is always in my life. That like I think it's passion. I think it's passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Dallas, we've got Luka Doncic. Wright is out there with J.J. Barea. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Kleba in at the power forward position. Now here's Barea, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Marjanovic.
And, you know, Barea is a capable floor general. Very good at setting the table for his teammates.
Here's Morris, and that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That's his first foul. Paul Millsap is checked in for the Nuggets. Porzingis is checked in for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for DeLon Wright. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And here's Millsap from the arc. And he's still waiting to make his first shot for the night. Now 0 of 4. A pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And guys, they know he's going to finish off the lob in style. Porzingis and his teammates connecting on target.
And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Nuggets. Doesn't go that time. Nice D from Doncic. The Mavericks have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Barea looking over the floor. Outside Hardaway. Goes up to the stripe, and he knocks down the jumper. Hardaway has got 6 points.
Hardaway Jr. guys doing a nice job. They're just taking what the defense gives them in the screen and roll. Good decision making.
Hardaway with the steal. There's the lob to the hoop, and the dunk by Porzingis.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Denver calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Plumlee. Harris comes in for Porter. And Murray's subbed in for Barton. Then for the Mavericks, Mike Powell comes in for Marjanovic. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And here's Barea following Paul Millsap's 3. And here's Barea. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Powell, the pass to Brunson. 5 to shoot. Over Harris. Brunson, no good. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Murray. Barea pulls it in.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Harris passes to Millsap. He kicks it to Murray. Launches it. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. Murray's got the game tied up here for Denver.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Passes it to Barea from past the arc. That shot is off. And it's Denver the other way. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
Cannot get too handsy with Murray, especially when he's rising up for the shot.
Well, Clark, one thing you have to respect about Jamal Murray is how intense of a competitor he is.
And you can't substitute competitive spirit, Kevin. It's a great attribute to have. And you see that in how he's improved his game year to year. I mean, he loves being in the spotlight, going up against the game's big-name guards, and he doesn't shy away at all. That's a credit to him.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
Porzingis. Good defense by Jokic.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Nuggets.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
He hits both from the stripe.
You'd have to go far and wide to find any fan that doesn't enjoy watching Nikola Jokic play. This big fella is so smooth. He's got guard skills in a big man's body, and his game is so efficient. I love watching him work.
Millsap with the steal. Here's the teardrop. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Brunson finds Barea. Dallas no good that time either. And with Jokic, passing and playmaking, Clark, are his trademarks.
Well, I tell you what, the Joker is some kind of special as a big guy. His passing and touch and field and shot making, he really impressed me with all of that. He does everything you want from a center on the offensive end of the court and does it in his own unique, special way. He's a delight to watch.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, there is a lot of optimism in Dallas for the tandem of Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis said, "We clicked right away. We're both European players, similar roots, both speak Spanish. That'll translate on the court. We can be something special." Kevin, look out for them to compliment and criticize one another in a different tongue.
Yeah, if they play to their potential, they could be scary. Thanks, David. That free throw missing.
J.J. Barea has speed to burn. I mean, he shifts these quick, and because of that, he's extremely valuable as a decision maker and scorer. Great competitor.
Dallas making a switch here. Curry's checked in. And the second free throw, good.
You know, with Dirk Nowitzki retiring last season after a remarkable 21 years with the Mavericks, they are starting afresh, a new era, hoping budding superstar Luka Doncic can carry that mantle, and I think he's off to a great start in doing so.
Now here's Curry following the miss by Jokic. Yep, that one goes in there. Curry's got 6.
Hey, when Seth Curry sees holes in the defense, he pounces on them.
Denver calls timeout. And you think of everything that Dirk Nowitzki has meant to the Mavericks. Clark, one team for his entire career.
An iconic Hall of Famer. You talk about 14 All-Star appearances and league MVP, 6th all-time in scoring. Most importantly, the franchise's first and only title in 2011.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Jokic kicks to Murray. Millsap trying to get open. Murray, no good.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Powell, the pass to Doncic. True on the 14-footer. And now just a 1-point Denver lead.
Boy, the take charge mentality of Doncic on display there. The quick fire approach demonstrates his confidence.
Here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. Wide open look. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got 4 rebounds in this game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, The Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
And that one misses. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
There's an awful lot to like about Doncic, but probably what jumps out at me most is how competitive he is. I mean, he wants to dominate whoever's guarding him.
Porzingis with the block, and they get it back. And here's the break, moving it up. It's Curry, that time on the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 4th assist in this one. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now, here's Doncic. 8 points for him. Down low, Jokic. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
Well, it's hard to know what Seth's going to do when he pulls up this close. He's excellent at making the defense uncomfortable.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Curry.
Man, what a season it was for the Nuggets and Coach Mike Malone. He helped the Nuggets move into elite status in the West. You know, they went from out of the playoffs in 2018 to 2nd in the West in 2019.
Mavericks trail by 3. And there's the pass to Powell. Hardaway against Harris. Pass to Curry. Passes to Porzingis. Here's Doncic. And he's good on the 3-ball. Doncic has got it all tied up now for the Mavs. And Clark, the media recognizing Malone by naming him a Coach of the Year finalist.
Well, you think about the way the Nuggets defense improved last year. It's testimony to Mike Malone and his attention to detail, particularly at the defensive end. The roster's all in on Malone as their leader, and that means the Nuggets are going to be a force for a while.
Here's Murray after Luka Doncic's bucket. Curry brings the double. Here's Millsap. Got a hand on it.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Murray outside. To the middle, looking to end the run, and that one's good. Millsap.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Hardaway against Harris. Hardaway kicks to Powell. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 5th assist in this one.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
A pass to Porzingis, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Murray finds Jokic. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Porzingis. He's coming off a 13-point game against Portland.
Yeah, but you can't talk about his performance without mentioning what he did defensively in terms of shot blocking. He was a force of nature.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Millsap. Michael Porter comes in for Grant. Will Barton, he's checked in for Gary Harris. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. And then for Dallas, Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. And it's Wright in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Morris against Wright. Morris, no good. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Up top, Curry. Barton defending. Here's Kleber. His first attempt of the game finds the target.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Morris against Wright. Morris passes to Jokic. Barton in the corner. Shot clock at 5. On the wing, Porter to the paint. Jokic. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Barton against Curry. Pass to Marjanovic. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. 23 seconds left in the second quarter. Morris against Wright. Morris, no good. Doncic left side. Porter with a block. Shoots over Doncic. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 18 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 steal. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
They ran their offense very well in the first half. There were almost no forced shots. It was good, smart basketball. The motion in their offense was terrific. They made those defenders work very hard. I like what I saw from them for the most part.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Grant in at the 3. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Now here's Murray. That shot missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Hardaway. It's hauled in by Jokic. Denver's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Murray surveying the D. Jokic kicks to Millsap. Jokic trying to free himself up for the lead. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Jokic has got the first basket of the second half here for Denver. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. Doubled by Murray. Here's Brunson. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got 5 rebounds tonight. Takes the 13-footer, and that one hits back iron.
Well, you look at Luka Doncic, and the one skepticism scouts had was his athleticism or lack thereof, and I think he's proven that's not necessary to be a great basketball player. And he's only getting better as he works with NBA trainers.
Now here's Murray. He's got 11. Grant outside. Now here's Murray. Brunson covering. And Murray, here we go. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket. And you know, you heard about Doncic. Even if he's a step slow, he's always 2 steps ahead with his mental game.
You know, Kevin, that's a great point. Feel, savvy, experience, know-how. You know, he grew up playing against bigger, stronger guys, and that always serves you well as you go forward. So he understands how to create space and anticipate and feel how to get defenders off balance. I mean, he's just a special young player.
Grant, that's good.
And the clever passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the court.
Mavericks trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Jokic with the steal. Here's Harris. He's off on that one, and it's Dallas the other way. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Brunson finds Doncic. With the floater, he takes it up and lays it in. Doncic has got 15.
Well, this is who Doncic is. This is what we've seen from him. A scorer who can take over games easily.
Millsap's against Porzingis. Grant with the ball. 5 points in the game. Clock at 4. Denver passing it around. Deep 2 from Murray. Mavericks with the rebound. Doncic outside. Now the pass to Brunson. At the top of the key, Powell. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got rebound number 13 with that last one. Wide open look here for Murray. The Nuggets with another miss. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Brunson the pass to Porzingis. Powell dishes to Doncic. That ties the game. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
Well, you look at Doncic, so confident, even from this area. He knows he can make it happen.
Murray outside. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. In the corner, Powell with it for the lead. Buries the long-range jumper. And now it's a 3-point Maverick lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Now here's Brunson. Following the miss by Jamal Murray. Well, the number 33 pick in the 2018 draft, Jalen Brunson, off to a pretty good start.
Boy, I tell you what, this guy is so solid. He was the Naismith Player of the Year and a 2-time champion at Villanova. No surprise to see him handling his business in the pros because he's all business.
That one falls for Brunson. The Nuggets making a switch here. Beasley's checked in, and Dallas also making a switch. White's checked in. No good on the second free throw.
He still hasn't been able to convert from the field. He's just struggling to find his shot. You look at Paul Millsap, one of my favorite players. Came into the league after 3 years of college as an undersized power forward who has shown that he not only can rebound, but has become an all-star scorer, too.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Denver calls timeout. And year in and year out, Paul Millsap finds a way, Clark, to get it done.
He does, guys. I mean, he's just rock solid. An all-star player multiple times. All he does is help his team win, and he does it in ways beyond just scoring and rebounding. He can open up space with his shooting. He's an outstanding passer, and he's also good at the defensive end and picking people's pockets.
Porzingis with the block. They retain possession, and the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Nikola Jokic. Pass to Doncic. Elbow shot. Some solid defense from Grant. Denver's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Kicks it out to Beasley. Passes it to Millsap. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Now just a 2-point Maverick lead.
The bailout that time from Millsap. Nice play.
Pass to Brunson. Shoots the three. Shot clock reset for Dallas. That shot off the mark. The Nuggets shooting about 42% so far. Beasley, the pass to Murray. For the tie, and that's 2 points on the layup. Murray's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
Good concentration by Murray to score it inside.
And Wright kicks the foul. No good that time. Good defense by Jokic. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. Grant. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 6th assist on the night.
The superb work ethic of Grant. My, what a nice soft touch inside.
Now here's Doncic. He's got 19. Porzingis can't hit. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Grant, that's good. Now it's a 4-point Nugget lead.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Dallas calls timeout. One of the stories here, Nikola Jokic getting it done today.
Well, you know, he's destroying them right now, guys. This defense has to make an adjustment to try and cool him off.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Michael Porter comes in for Paul Millsap. Martin's checked in for Grant. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Now here's Porzingis. He's got 12. With some arc. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, a moment now to see the numbers for Morris. How he performed last season. Last year averaged 10 points per game. 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
And he makes the first.
You know, Beasley, the man they call the mutant, had a great season last year. After a quiet first 2 seasons in the NBA, he exploded as a big-time scorer for the Nuggets.
Now, here's Doncic. 19 points in the game. There's the pass to Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful, because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And for Malik Beasley last season, Clark, the points were easy to find for him.
And you know what, Kevin, a big reason for that was how deadly he was from outside. I mean, this guy shot over 40% from deep and was really a dangerous catch-and-shoot threat for Denver.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. And Curry subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And so here is Dallas following Will Barton's three-point attempt. Shoots it up. And the shot is long.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Kleber. Basket good.
And you got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Denver leading by 4. Barton surveying the floor. The shot, no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Now Curry. 10 points for him. Pass to Doncic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, I tell you what, Doncic plays with really good energy and awareness, but also he's got a quiet physicality to him, and he doesn't mind being bumped around when he's trying to score.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Denver.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Take a break.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And the first one at the line is good. Jokic, he's checked in for Michael Porter. Free throws good from Doncic. Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Morris into the lane. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And, you know, you look at Monte Morris, this former Iowa State Cyclone, really an ideal option as a backup point guard because he's efficient and gets a lot done in limited playing time.
No good on that one. And Morris Clark, a second-round pick in 2017. He came alive in his sophomore season.
I love the fact that he got his chance and he made the most of it, Kevin. He showed great poise and awareness, excellent in terms of his shot selection, and was highly productive as a scorer and playmaker off the bench.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Doncic. He's got 21. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. And those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. And some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Right outside. Over Morris. That one wide left. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Jokic draws the double. Curry with the steal.
Great execution of the double team right there, able to strip it and then get the possession.
And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. They'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Sunday, they'll head out on the road and face the Cavaliers in Cleveland. First free throw is good.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And so he hits both.
And just like his brother Steph, Seth is an impressive bucket getter. I mean, somebody whose role is to shoot and score the ball.
Morris passes to Jokic. Dishes to Beasley. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Pass to Curry for the lead, and it's good on the layup. Curry's got 4 this quarter.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Morris against Wright. To the middle. Here's Marjanovic. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Barton kicks to Jokic. Back to Barton. From the line. It's rebounded by Dallas. Kleba's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Pick up the pace. Get the 2 for 1 here.
That's the way to go. Be quick about it.
Right, the pass to Marjanovic. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic is just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Barton, the lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
You know, if you get open, you can bet that Jokic is going to find you. His floor awareness is off the charts.
Here's Wright. Pass to Kleba. With 2 seconds left. That shot off. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Nuggets lead by 1. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. They've got Marjanovic. Seth Curry is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Kleba in at the 4-man position. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
On the wing, Doncic, guarded by Harris. Just 2 to shoot. Curry can't get it to go. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Curry against Harris. The pass to Morris. Unloads from 9. Here's Jokic. Grabs the rebound again. This kind of effort is amazing.
And he will not be denied.
Hardaway passes to Doncic. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Doncic has got it all tied up now for Dallas.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Count that bucket.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
And you know that's right. I mean, he's looking to put his stamp all over this game.
Over in the corner, Doncic. Right side, Hardaway. Three-pointer, and it's sent back by Plumlee. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. A different look for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for Plumlee. Jeremy Grant comes in for Will Barton. And it's Jamal Murray in for Morris. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Shot clock at 2. That one drops for him. And 12 points for Tim Hardaway.
Tell you what, there's not much the defense can do about that. I mean, Hardaway Jr. just has a special knack for making difficult shots.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Now the dish to Grant. Denver passing it around. Goes up on the wing. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Hardaway against Harris. Marjanovic.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And the big contract for Tim Hardaway Jr. back in 2017, Clark. 4 years, $71 million.
Hey, sometimes timing is everything. We know that in our world and in all the other worlds out there. And think about that now. Tim Hardaway Jr. has made more money than his all-star father made in his whole career. Hardaway Jr. young and athletic and a really rock-solid player at both ends.
Porzingis, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Baseline jumper. Hardaway, no good.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
The Nuggets trail. Murray outside. Deflected by Hardaway. And here is Doncic. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs him.
The Nuggets have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Now, here's Grant. Pass to Jokic. Harris looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. Feeds to Millsap. Hardaway with the steal.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now here's Millsap. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Brunson. Rebound by Murray.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Harris. Grant kicks to Jokic. Goes up again, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Porzingis.
Well, I love how crafty Jokic is. You know, he basically baits defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
And, you know, the potential the Joker has is exciting. Jokic, a big man who can score, pass, and rebound, and do all of those well. Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Now, here's Doncic. Hardaway passes to Doncic. Here's Porzingis. Good work defensively by Millsap. In the corner, Murray with it to take the lead. The Nuggets with another miss.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Here's Brunson. Here's Doncic. Passes it to Porzingis. Poked loose. And another shot. And finally, that one's good. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
Porzingis doing a nice job using that length to clean up the glass nicely.
Denver calls timeout.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. He told them this is gut check time. This is when it gets real and when it gets fun. We're here to play in these big moments. Let's make this one count. Kevin, by my count, that's 5 cliches.
Now here's Brunson. Following the miss by Paul Millsap. Millsap with the steal. Doncic against Grant. Pass to Harris. They grabbed their own miss.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Harris with the ball. And again, Denver no good.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage junk there.
And that one, good.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Now, here's Grant. The pass to Millsap. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Jokic kicks to Millsap. A three-pointer off the mark.
Oof, rough game offensively. He's really struggled and really probably why they're trailing.
And even though you only see him in short spurts, Boban makes an impact mark when on the floor.
Yeah, Marjanovic is a huge guy, and he only plays limited minutes at a time. But there's nothing small about this guy. He's an efficient scorer when he gets his chances, but just doesn't have the foot speed to be able to play significant minutes.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Doncic. Free throws good from Doncic.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Now here's Murray. Over Brunson. Here's Jokic. No good on the triple.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his makes in the last quarter.
Now here's Brunson. Defense is right there. Here's Hardaway. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Inside, Jokic with the steal. Harris outside. Millsap left side. To end the cold streak, sinks the three-pointer. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds. Dallas calls timeout. And one thing you have to love about Gary Harris, the way he can explode to the rim.
And Harris is a natural scorer from all parts of the floor, but he can just rocket himself for dunks you aren't used to seeing from players of his size and stature.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Dallas leading by 5. Now here's Brunson. And the call up against Jokic. That's his third foul of the game. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. Millsap left side. Another shot. Jokic, no good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Here's Porzingis. Drills the leaner. Porzingis has got 4 this quarter.
Well, I tell you what, Porzingis has such a fluid shooting motion. I mean, it looks so good and soft coming out of his hand.
Pass to Jokic. The fader. And that one is off. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Here's Brunson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Jokic.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Good on the second free throw. Murray with it. Guys, there's still time for them to make a run.
Can't have any wasted possessions down the stretch.
No coverage that time. Millsap's got 5 points in the quarter.
Millsap, this time with the catch and fire, showing off his versatility.
And Doncic, here we go. And Grant sends it back. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Denver.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
Comparisons being drawn between Kristaps Porzingis and Dirk Nowitzki for their height and skill level, understandably so, and in many eyes, fitting that Porzingis is now a Dallas Maverick.
And both free throws good for Porzingis. And Clark, looking at those 2 players you just mentioned, Nowitzki's 7 foot tall, Porzingis 7'3".
Yeah, you take a look at those guys, and the difference really, I think, is the athleticism of Porzingis. He moves a little better, he bounces a little higher, and as he's gotten stronger, I think center might be his natural position, whereas Dirk was really better suited to being a power forward.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Millsap kicks to Grant. Passes to Murray. Fires the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Murray's got 19 points.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And the Mavericks call time here.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Mavericks leading by 7. Now Doncic, pass to Brunson. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Now here's Murray. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And, you know, early on, Murray has proven to be an impressive scorer. Now he just needs to improve as a passer and defender.
And he knocks down the first one. And so Murray nails both of them. Here's Brunson. Lets it go from deep. Doesn't go for him. Murray with the defensive effort. The Nuggets trail by 7. Grant in the post. Guarded by Doncic. Murray outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Marjanovic finds Brunson. Dallas moving the ball around, and the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Boy, that's just tremendous focus there, guys. I mean, Hardaway Jr. doing a nice job keeping his composure in a tough spot.
1:44 left here in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Brunson. Lays it up and banks it in. Brunson's got the lead up to 10 now for Dallas.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Here's Porzingis, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And it's a 12-point Maverick lead. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Marjanovic to halt the run. No good on the shot. And it's Dallas the other way.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Mavericks.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Luka Doncic.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
And, you know, Paul Millsap is a guy who epitomizes professionalism. Wherever he's been, he's always played his role well. 6-man starter, star player. He does what's asked of him.
Here's Finney-Smith. Jackson has the open look. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
And so here is Dallas, a 12-point game. Morris against Barea. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys got out on a break tonight. How did you get into transition so easily?
Yeah, we want to play faster, and that's what we try to do whenever they miss. We try to run, move the ball quick, and get easy buckets.
And you were able to beat him down the floor tonight, KP. Thanks a lot for your time. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.